Arnold Schwarzenegger is taking on a new role. The action star and former California governor is now on a crusade to tackle climate change. But first, he says there needs to be some rebranding.
As long as they keep talking about global climate change, they're not going to go anywhere because no one gives a about that. So my thing is, let's go and rephrase this and communicate differently about it and really tell people. We're talking about pollution. Pollution creates climate change, and pollution kills.
Molly, how refreshing to have someone with just a common sense approach. He's not wrong.
Yeah, the rebranding issue, climate change has been deeply politicized now for 2 decades, and maybe a little bit of rebranding could help. But really, there's a whole ideological divide about how Republicans and Democrats, liberals and conservatives even look at this issue, and it's been going on for a very long time. Pew Research from 2016, 7 in 10 liberal Democrats, 70%, trust the climate scientists a lot and they think they're getting accurate information, compared with 15% of conservative Republicans. So there's a whole divide, not just about the word climate change, what it means, but how to approach it, who to believe. It goes pretty deep. And he talks about pollution, for instance, the power plant emission restrictions. 76% of liberal Democrats say this can make a big difference. 29% of conservative Republicans say the same. So just how to approach pollution and all of the things involved in climate change, supporting clean energy, big political divide. I don't know if rebranding alone will work. But.
Well, and you and I were just talking about his tenure as the governor, and he still is taking things into his own hands.
Yeah.
He repairs utility trenches in his neighborhoods. He's constantly embodying, essentially, look, you guys, you got to do it yourself. Let's get it done. Again, that common sense approach that, frankly, California is missing.
If I understand the point that Governor Schwarzenegger is making, it's a good one. He is saying if you want to get more people engaged and not just enraged on any issue, let them see it, not just you say it. And pollution is something that you can smell and see and taste. But if you're going to go after big polluters, start with China. They are the world's biggest polluter when it comes to air, water, trash, solid waste, you name it. But I think he's got a good point. And it's also someone who's 75 years old talking. He remembers, don't litter. He remembers anti-pollution. And before we had climate change become so politicized, it was called global warming. And the pro-global warming, pro-climate change people decided to change it. I disagree with whoever is saying it's not a big issue. It does matter to lots of people around the world. They are very focused on it, not the way they're focused on other corporal needs. But if we just ignore it, I don't know why the Republican Party doesn't have a better position on this issue. A lot of young people care about it, and I think that we can have the upper hand on that if we're just smart about it. Pollution is a good way for you to visualize it and use your senses.
And if they can finally, the left is all about control. So I think a lot of times this kind of climate change lobby has all been about, we're to come after your gas stoves and all this other kind of stuff. So rebranding enough is not going to be enough. They're going to have to really start from the ground up, get away from all the politicization, and actually present facts and stop trying to control people's lives and just putting it and calling it climate change. And to your point, China obviously is the worst violator of any kind of pollution that we could talk about. And so there's not going to be any meaningful change if China doesn't actually do something different in terms of their practices too.
Yeah, and former President Trump, he gave speeches about clean air and clean water and had a pretty good agenda on this front. So Republicans, like the former president, have talked about it. I don't think rebranding is going to help. To Kellyanne's point, it was global warming, then it was climate change. Whatever they come up with, you still have an upwards battle of 1%. Tell Gallup it's the issue most important to them. 3% was the metric just a few years ago. So you're going to have to convince like 97% of people. And if you want to be a worldwide greenhouse gas reducer, to your point, go to China. LeBron went to North Korea. Go to China. That's where you're going to have to go.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.